What's up, guys? It's your boy Chick Smooth.
So, today just is not Skip Bayless's week. After he tweets about Damar Hamlin after he was injured, a lot of people have been coming down on Skip Bayless for one specific tweet, and that was when he said, "No doubt the NFL is considering postponing the rest of this game, but how? This late in the season? A game of this magnitude is crucial to the regular season outcome, which suddenly seems so irrelevant." Now, a lot of NFL players, athletes, rappers have basically been wanting Skip Bayless to get canceled or fired from Fox. People are saying that his tweet was so insensitive. Obviously, no one should be caring about the outcome of the game at that point. Jay Williams was on his podcast with Max Kellerman, and he was pretty pissed off about the tweet that Skip Bayless made. He actually called them out by name, which we don't really see a lot of reporters or media personalities do. Here's a clip. Tell me what you guys think about it, man. Do you guys think Jay Williams went too far? Or do you guys think Skip Bayless was insensitive? Push comments below, subscribe to my channel, like this video. I'll see you guys later.
I'm just going to address it because I know we address things on our show that other shows will not. The knee-jerk hot takes from people about football, get out of here. Get out of here with that. I'll say his name, Skip Bayless, get out of here with that. Now, I know he came back and he apologized later. But to sit up there and talk about what's going to happen with the game, and I know that's naturally where your mind may lead to. You may think that because our job is to talk about sports, but to then turn that into Twitter fingers and not take a second to reflect about what the bigger picture here is. What are we doing? Are we just doing this for hot takes and what's going to happen to the season and what's going to happen to my fantasy league and the implications? No, I don't care about that while a man is on the field who may lose his life. I was appalled by that last night. So then to see Ryan Clark get up on that platform and speak the way he did, said, thank goodness from the beings above that we had somebody responsible in a moment that needed somebody to provide clarity about what was really important, Max.
No, Jay, I hear what you're saying. Sometimes when something like this happens, where you're angry, because anger re-empowers you. You feel helpless when you see something like this, right? You're helpless. You want it to be okay, but you have no power over the situation. So you get angry because now you feel strong again. And it's a re-empowering emotion. So the anger needs an object.
No, Max.
And I would say that members of the media who err on the side of their professional responsibility over their humanity, I think your reaction is justified to say, wait a minute, that needs to be checked. I think, for me, that you need more humanity in this moment and less kind of professionalism or less, careerism. But I think
that's not professionalism.
Or careerism. Call it careerism because that takes into account ambition, right? Or ego. But I think that it's good to have a learning moment there rather than just to castigate, rather than to say bad, someone. Say, hold on a second. Let's refocus this over here. But I do think a lot of times, for example, you'll notice when a tragedy occurs or something very bad happens, people are looking for someone to get mad at. And someone who takes a wrong step publicly then becomes the target because who else is there to get mad at?
I don't carry any anger. I'm just calling it for what it was. I didn't channel my anger towards that certain individual and Skip Bayless. It's just there's a theme that's occurred where you see habits over time of reacting in ways where it's not about the human being. It's more so about the sport. And it seems like things are said for hot takes.
Well, and then hot taking becomes a sport, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Dominique Foxworth, ESPN NFL analyst and former NFL player, was on Get Up this morning, and his anger is, and I'm telling you, Jay, people get angry and it's directed somewhere. That it's to someone. And in his case, he has a different target, but listen.
One of the more surprising things.
But see, Max, and he threaded the needle even better than I did. It's about people that only cared about the end result and what that means for their team and what that means for the overall, what does this mean for the playoffs and other things. That's where, there should be anger towards that because we're focused on the individual player that's trying to fight for his life.
I would suggest to you, Jay, that had everyone behaved perfectly in concert, everyone, the immediate medical, and apparently the medical reaction was good from the NFL. Apparently, so the reporting so far, in order to make ourselves feel better. I mean, the fact is we do, but we should maybe be aware that that's what we're doing.
Academically, you probably broke me down. There probably is anger that needs to be channeled at somebody, right? Like, I understand that. But I don't know, Max. I feel like I have a responsibility that when I go on TV or when I go on radio, the words that come out of my mouth matter. And more than anybody, it matters to me. And I think words also translate to Twitter fingers. What you put out, owning something is fine. I hear you. But in certain moments where the gravity is so thick and real, it only feels like only a non-player would not look at that and say, or like, that's not even the correct terminology.
No, I'm not.
Somebody
by the
who's
way,
not
Jay,
in tune with the severity of the moment would just think about that. And then actually, Max, I don't mind if you think about it, but just because you think about it doesn't mean that you have to then relay that on a platform nationally to everybody. You can think about, I think about a lot of stuff that I don't say or I don't tweet.
I'm not saying any of that is not valid. I'm saying that we should just maybe keep in mind the proportion of the kind of anger that we feel maybe is disproportional to the behavior of the individual, possibly, because it does need to express itself. We have coverage and updates through